A woman's sexual chi is just as important as semen retention, maybe even more. Religion and shame have hidden much of their power and potential over the last 1,000 years, but it wasn't always like that. Before Abrahamic religions existed, and even in regions where those religions didn't have much influence, there have been tens of thousands of highly realized female saints, Tantrikas, Taoist masters, and other female mystics in unrelated mystic traditions that had ascended to higher states of being by using their sexual energy. They call you a succubus. But are you? Is there something more you're trying to tap into? Something timeless? I'm sure there is. I'm going to teach you about how the ancients didn't just think of the vagina as something separate from the womb. I'll go in depth into how they viewed it as an entire organ altogether, and what that actually means. I'll also tie that in with some unique practices that you can do to develop yoni control. A warning, we don't preach over-sexualization of your body. I'm going to teach more empowering wisdom. This is really about chi cultivation, energy work, and being free from shame to use your sacred yoni and shakti powers to help cultivate soul force to help you ascend beyond the human body in this lifetime. Your yoni has a mystical essence. It isn't some biological accident, some random collection of nerve endings and flesh. No, your yoni is a cosmic antenna, a divine receiver tuned to the frequency of creation itself. It literally attracts a soul into you during the early stages of a baby's development. The ancients knew this truth. Your yoni isn't just a part of your body, it's a portal to dimensions beyond the physical. It's the very nexus where spirit and matter intertwine, where the dance of creation and dissolution plays out in endless cycles. Everything changes when you truly understand this and feel it in your heart of hearts. Your entire perception of reality shifts. A woman has the capacity for more than one soul, her as the soul, and however many babies she's carrying, all of this starts with the womb gate. You are truly mystical. Breathe. The Tantric masters of old saw the yoni as a living altar, a sacred space where the divine feminine manifests in flesh. They understood that this wasn't just about pleasure or reproduction, it was about tapping into the very source of existence, which is you as the soul and your connection to the oversoul and divinity of the all. Your yoni is a vortex of creative power, a whirlpool of cosmic energy spiraling into manifestation, not just a horny plaything. Think. What would it mean to fully embrace this power, to step into your role as a living goddess? Most women today are completely disconnected from this truth. They've been taught to see their yoni as something shameful, something to be hidden away or used only for someone's pleasure. Sister, dispel those illusions. When you start to work with your yoni consciously, when you begin to cultivate and circulate its energy, you're not just improving your health or enhancing your pleasure. You're aligning yourself with the very rhythms of the cosmos. You're tuning into the symphony of existence, becoming an instrument through which the universe expresses itself. As you already are, you as the soul living in body are already the universe expressing itself. Remember who you truly are. How might your life transform if you lived each day in full awareness of this sacred power within you? In the most practical sense. I'll be honest, I'm not into the new age fluff or feel-good nonsense, although feeling good is essential to living in this truth. What I'm teaching is beyond emotion. This is ancient wisdom, proven through tens of millennia of practice. I say tens of millennia because before the Tantrikas and Taoists, there were other sexual energy cultivators in earlier mystic traditions. But since we have much more records for these two cultures, I'll focus on them in this video. The Tantric and Taoist masters developed precise techniques to work with this womb energy, to harness it for spiritual evolution. And now, it's your turn to pick up the torch, to carry this wisdom forward. If you're ready to start exploring ways to cultivate your yoni energy, then give us a like and subscribe. We'll help you with that, while you help us as well. Now let's get practical. Sister, it's time for the nitty-gritty of how you can actually work with this energy. This isn't about some vague concept of embracing your femininity or loving your body. No, this is about specific, powerful techniques that can radically transform your experience of life depending on how you use this wisdom. The core of tantric practice for women is about the retention and circulation of sexual energy. But let's be clear, none of this is suppression or denial. It must be conscious cultivation, directing this potent force for the development of soul force, the development of you as the soul. Breathe. Feel the subtle currents of energy already moving within you, waiting to be gathered. Most women have been taught to see orgasm as the goal of sexual activity, as a momentary release of tension. But the tantric view is completely different. In Tantra, orgasm isn't an endpoint, it's a gateway. It's a state of consciousness that you can learn to sustain and expand, a vehicle for timeless mystical experiences. Think. What might be possible if you could maintain that state of blissful expansion, not just for moments, but for hours, days, as a constant underlying current in your life? The key to this practice is learning to separate orgasm from ejaculation. Yes, women can ejaculate too, and learning to retain this precious fluid is crucial. Through specific muscle contractions and breath work, you can experience the ecstatic release of orgasm without losing the vital essence contained in your sexual fluids. I know for the men watching it sounds similar to what we teach on semen retention and nofap. Yes, separating orgasm from ejaculation is the key for both men and women, but it's different for a woman. Breathe. Imagine that orgasmic energy spreading throughout your entire body, nourishing every cell. As you practice this, you'll start to notice intense changes. Your hormones will balance naturally. Your intuition will sharpen. You'll find yourself filled with an inexhaustible wellspring of creative energy. Your very presence will become magnetic, radiating a power that others can sense but not quite name. I encourage you to research and practice these concepts beyond just this video. How might your relationships transform when you're no longer unconsciously leaking your power, but instead cultivating it consciously while still having deep orgasms? But let me be clear. This isn't about becoming some untouchable ice queen. It's about becoming fully alive, fully embodied, fully present to the ecstasy of existence. It's about reclaiming the wild, raw, primal power that is your birthright as a woman. Comment below if you want to become a female tantrika. There's an ancient Taoist practice of sexual kung fu. It's a mystical science of energy cultivation that can lead to states of consciousness beyond anything you've probably imagined. The Taoists believe that sexual energy, once cultivated and developed, is the most potent force available to us for spiritual evolution and ascension. But they also knew that most people waste this energy, squandering it on momentary pleasures instead of using it as fuel for their highest potential. Breathe. Imagine your sexual energy as a blazing fire within you, waiting to be directed. In sexual kung fu, you learn to circulate this energy through specific channels in your body. It's like creating an internal circuit, where the energy flows up from your yoni, along your spine, to the crown of your head, and then back down to your yoni again. Once you do this consistently during sex and outside of sex, you'll start to notice some incredible effects. The energy that reaches your brain will activate dormant neural pathways, leading to enhanced intuition, creativity, and even psychic abilities. The energy flowing through your heart will open you to deeper states of love and compassion. And the energy circulating in your lower belly will give you an unshakable sense of power and stability. Remember, your human body can attract multiple souls for babies during pregnancy. It all starts from the womb. Feel this power not whether you're pregnant or not. It's all potential power. Breathe. Feel that energy beginning to stir, like a serpent uncoiling at the base of your spine. Here's something cool though. The Taoists discovered that both men and women can actually absorb and transmute sexual energy. If you're a man, watch our Stop Coming series to understand how to separate your ejaculation from an orgasm. Yeah, men can have orgasms. And all of this means that with the right techniques, Every sexual experience becomes an opportunity for endless energetic cultivation. Think, how might your approach to sexuality change if you saw each encounter as a sacred ritual, a chance to evolve spiritually? One of the key practices in sexual kung fu is ovarian breathing. This involves using your mind and breath to draw energy into your ovaries, nourishing your eggs with qi. As you do this, you're not only enhancing your fertility, you're literally cultivating the seeds of new realities within you. Breathe. Imagine a warm golden light filling your ovaries, energizing every egg. As you advance in these practices, you'll discover that your sexual energy isn't limited to your physical body. You can learn to project it outwards, using it to heal others or even influence events in the world around you. This is the true meaning of sex magic. Remember, energy equals magic, magic equals energy. Magic was never some dark occult practice, but the conscious use of creative energy to shape reality. This path isn't for a casual. Honestly, it takes many masters decades of training to achieve full yoni control and energy manipulation. But those women did it, and so can you. Sainthood is possible for women as well, and there have been tens of thousands of female sages and saints in human history. Don't let religion try to pigeonhole your mind. But that path requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to face your deepest shadows. But for those who commit to it, the rewards are beyond imagination. You'll discover depths of pleasure, love, and spiritual connection that you never knew were possible. Although just a warning, achieving ascension or Christhood through Tantrika and sexual energy cultivation is extremely hard because in a way you're trying to fight and control an primal urge of human nature, the desire to procreate. There are many other ways to achieve ascension, just keep this in mind. A wise mystic once said, "There is one truth, but there are many paths." You're not separate from this vast dance of existence. You are it. Your yoni is not just a part of your body, it's a gateway to the infinite. As you learn to work with its energy consciously, you're not just changing your own life. You're participating in the evolution of consciousness itself.